Welcome back to Chess Titans. Today we are going to go over a queen replacement piece called the Hydra. The Hydra has an amazing ability that when it takes a piece, it grows a head. And that head comes in the form of an entirely new piece on the chessboard. We have an exciting day. Today we're going to go over the strategy of the Hydra and the defenses of the Hydra. Before we get into that, if you're new to Chess Titans is available on iOS and Google Play. You can go ahead and download it now for free, and it's a game where you can replace traditional chess pieces with new pieces. So for example, you can swap out your pawn for an assassin, a squire, or a mimic, and these don't just look different, they move differently too and have different abilities. So a squire, for example, can move at an angle and tack forward versus a pawn that moves forward and attacks at an angle. The squire doing this opens up entirely new strategies. So for example, if you want to open up a line for your rook, you can move your squire out of the way immediately. So the opening lines become completely different. This makes for an entirely new chess game, and as you start to upgrade more and more pieces, the strategies evolve as well. So today what we're going to go over is a replacement for your queen called the Hydra. Now, in this scenario, we're going to showcase the capabilities of the Hydra while also showing a technique of the Hydra. So the Hydra here is attacking the knight, and then that knight is also defended by this bishop here. So what we could do here is when the Hydra takes this, the king can't take back. So let's go ahead and show what that looks like. Boom. And this also, the Hydra could take here, and we're just going to show here the Hydra can move just like a normal queen and just has this extra ability. So when the Hydra takes that knight, it grows a new head here. So what does this look like? The Hydra takes, and then the new head becomes available. Now the Hydra head can attack forward, but also move backwards. So the Hydra head can move here and can only attack forward. The Hydra head cannot attack backwards. When the Hydra reaches the back rank, it does not get promoted like a pawn, so the Hydra head can just go forward and backwards across the board. Every piece the queen takes, you gain a new head. Now, when the Hydra is taken, so if black is able to take this piece, all the heads go away. But until the Hydra is taken, the heads can become extremely expansive across the board. You can take small pieces throughout the board, like take the opponent's pawns and stack up these Hydra heads. And we're going to go over, in this case, a really powerful use case of this. So in this case, the Hydra is attacking the king, so the king has to move out of the way. Meanwhile, we have set up the Hydra head, just by taking this, has set up a defense for when the Hydra takes the rook. So the Hydra is able to take this rook and is defended by the Hydra head. So the Hydra can now safely take this rook. And not only did we take this rook, but we're also at this position where the Hydra is now going after these three as well. So the king can only move to this square or this square, and we're in an attacking position where we can hopefully find a checkmate. Now, this is the most beneficial use case of the Hydra, is where you're able to take a piece, grow ahead, and then threaten a new piece. It also can create really valuable immediate checkmate options. So if the king is trapped on the back line in a traditional game and it's covered by pieces, wherever those may be, then this makes it so that you can very easily take a piece and you're able to threaten the king because you're going to have this pin set up here on another piece. So it's really, really valuable capabilities when you're using the Hydra, and just the sheer movement of it makes it so that you can just continuously gain heads by taking smaller pieces. It's much more valuable because you not only are up a point when you take a free pawn, you also gain a half point by growing a Hydra head. So it just kind of shows the relative advantage you have when you're able to take pieces with the Hydra. The Hydra also is a very powerful piece when you're able to take opponents on the back row, and we're going to talk about a little bit of the advantages here, or the disadvantages here. So let's go ahead and take this example here. Let's say that the rook is up for taking. It's up for grabs. And we're in this position. So as you can see here, the Hydra can take this rook for free. Now, the detriment of this is when the Hydra is able to take the rook, so moves down here and takes the rook, it'll grow a head. The head grows in the only spot that it can. It grows in the only free position. So in this case, your queen is trapped. Your Hydra is trapped in this corner. And so you want to be on the lookout for that in case the Hydra is able to, in case your opponent is able to take your Hydra because you have trapped yourself in this back corner. Now, of course, in this case, we're not in that bad of a position because let's say the opponent moves here to defend this. Well, we're just going to take it with our Hydra head. And now we've opened up our line again, and we're not in a bad spot. But there's just something to keep in mind of for when you're taking pieces on the back row. Now, what positions does the head grow? Well, the head will try to grow here at first. If this position is not available, then it'll take this position. If this position is not available, then we'll take this position. And what I mean by not available is if the pieces are stacked like this, then clearly this is not available because a piece is there, pieces there. So we'll go here if this space is not available, and so on, all around until clockwise. Clockwise around, starting with the top right. So that just gives an idea of how the Hydra grows, where it's going to try to grow, and that gives you an idea when you're considering taking a piece. So let's say that we're going to take this piece here. We don't have a Hydra head right now. We go in, we take this rook, the Hydra head is going to grow here. Now let's say that we take this rook and there's a pawn here. So the Hydra head can't grow here, can't grow here. The Hydra head's going to grow here. So we take this rook, the Hydra head is going to pop up right here in this case. So that gives you an idea of the Hydra and its capabilities. Extremely powerful piece. The in-game strategy with this piece is absolutely incredible. It's definitely a piece that any Chess Titans player is going to want and is going to be feared of when your opponent has that Hydra head, has that Hydra. Open Chess Titans today. See what your progress is towards the Chess Titan, towards the Hydra in the Teams tab. We're excited to play you. The app is available on Google Play and on the App Store. Tap the link in the description or click the link in the description to download, and we'll see you in the next strategy video.